I don't believe whatever ails the Eagles isn't because people aren't committed. I honestly, nobody knows the real reasons or put their finger directly on why the Eagles are performing so badly right now. Honestly. It's a mystery to so many others. And the answer I hear back from my colleagues on Game Day Morning and from everybody else that we've had on this program is there is no one answer. Mm-hmm. It's just a mixture of everything from the dreaded Super Bowl hangover. What does that mean? Mm-hmm. What it means is that when you lose a Super Bowl, it's difficult to push the same rock up the same hill again. It's much easier to do it when you win. It's a psychological thing. Also, when you make the Super Bowl, you frequently lose important parts of your program, whether it is a player or two from free agency because you can't keep them, or you lose a coach. And they lost both.
Yeah.
And they lost both coordinators, neither of whom made the playoffs in their new jobs as head coach, but I think showed some, moxie and success in varying degrees, obviously, in Indianapolis and Arizona as to why they're good coaches. Although Shane Steichen's play calling in the final throws against the Texans leaves a little bit of questions. Mm-hmm. But the Colts were right there with a backup quarterback. And the Arizona Cardinals, worst tank job ever. Being in every game. So there's that. There's the fact that Hurts doesn't appear to be healthy. Yeah. He'll never say it. They'll never say it.
All season.
Right. Yeah. So he doesn't appear to be healthy. And defensively, they're not the same team. They just aren't. It's the same, some of the same names, but they are not performing at all. At all. And you got to wonder if right now, Nick Sirianni, who took the play calling away from Sean Desai and gave it to Matt Patricia, you got to wonder if he's just going to take the car keys back and the number 2 pencil and say, we're not doing that anymore. And I don't know. Do you give it back to Desai? This is it. This is it now, folks. And do you you're the offensive guy too. Do you call the plays? I don't know. Or do you damn the torpedoes like that? I don't think he's going to do that on offense, but why wouldn't he do that on defense? The defense has been worse since Patricia started calling plays, with all due respect to a guy that I like. I'm just calling it as I see it. Terrible. They no-showed in New York yesterday, and I understand they didn't have a lot of guys out there that they would normally have out there in a must-win game, and we'll see them hopefully for the Eagles on Monday in Tampa. But like I told you, the who's more likely to flip a switch in the playoffs, the Chiefs or the Eagles? I will take the Chiefs 10 times out of 10 right now. If I'm the Eagles, I guess what I'll do is, because that offensive line isn't struggling, I don't think, run it. Run it, run it, run it. Play action and run it. And then run it more and run it more. Get back to your 35, 40 carries. And if it doesn't keep work, then keep hitting it again and use those guys up front. Kelsey and Lane Johnson, lean on them, I would say. Certainly if Hurts has something wrong with his middle finger and he'll have trouble throwing deep balls, which is what the initial conversation on the health front when you're going on Twitter from the health experts that don't pay for their blue check marks.
Well, and the best deep ball threat that they have hasn't looked right in over a month, and he's banged up, A.J. Brown.
Well, I don't know what the hell happened with him. Well, and how he got totally ignored.
He doesn't get the ball anymore.
I don't know what happened.
Does he need another sideline dust-up, TJ?
I don't know what happened. Again, it's just such a major mystery.
Yeah.
There's not one answer, and there's probably stuff behind the scenes we don't know that can give a few more clues, but that's not happening.
But, yeah.
But the Eagles, I think right now, you look at the AFC wildcard race, the 5 seed are the Cleveland Browns with Joe Flacco and that defense and that running game and that head coach, and the 5 seed in the NFC right now. What's your confidence level on the 5 seeds? Difference in the 5 seeds right now. Major disparity. And then you look at a Dolphins team that's going to go to Kansas City, and then you look at a Steelers team going to Buffalo. You look at the Rams and you look at the Packers. What's your confidence level in who's going to win? Which 5 seed's going to win and which 6 and 7 seed's going to win? Although, don't discount the Steelers. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.